Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday. The S&P 500 was down 0.4% today. Just took back a little bit of what we made yesterday, unfortunately. Probably some profit taking going on here. We've had such a big run that's happened. We haven't had any real big dips here at all. Wouldn't be surprised to see a little one as far as that goes, but we haven't had anything of any substance during this recovery. The key issue here is just artificial intelligence and the money that's being spent, and kind of what we talked about in the Friday show with the projected $4 trillion that's going to be spent over the next 5 years, and an accelerating amount of dollars that are going into, especially the build out of these data centers. So you got a lot of different companies involved, power companies and chip companies and software companies, et cetera. So as long as that spend continues and that excitement continues and there aren't companies pulling back, which is what happened in 2022. There was a lot of stuff that was happening, and with the inflation and market falling, we had a lot of companies, talking about delays or cancellations of some of their data center build out. And that's all come back now here in 2025 and whatnot. And so, we just have to watch out for that and see, what happens as far as that goes. But it is the key driving force. It seems to be overwhelming everything else. The tariffs and the deportations and all these other things, even the government shutdown, is all things that are being kind of pushed aside just because the amount of money coming through for this artificial intelligence piece is really what's capturing people's attention. So I think we can see a pretty good run here. Personally, I think this is a lot like the 2000 downturn. I do think there's some potential issues in the future that could stop that run, but at the moment, those are in the future. And so if we just kind of look at the basics for what's driving this market, is not going to go away anytime soon. On a normal scenario, what you would have, here we are in the third year of what's normally a 5-year run for a stock market, bull market. That's the average. Those last few years here, we can get a pretty big run right at the end, which is what happened certainly in 95 to 2000. So that would be nice to see. And we want to keep our eyes on that because it was a big drop off after that. So we just want to be able to be kind of cautious with what we're looking at that point in time, but and watch for some weakness in this AI arena. One of the problems that is happening is that these companies aren't really making any money on these things yet, which is not unusual. Kind of what happened in the dot-com run. We had a lot of companies not making money. Amazon didn't make money for a really long time, for example. So eventually they figure out how to monetize this if it's going to work, obviously. And certainly the dot-com arena and the internet, whatnot, did work out quite well. Matter of fact, it did much better than we expected. So we'll see what happens with this artificial intelligence arena and see how that plays out also. So I will be here again on Thursday. I will not be here tomorrow for the next video as far as that goes, but look forward to being able to talk to you then and hang in there. We'll see how things are going. Thank you very much.